Just Killing Time is brought to you by Anderson Rifles.
It's moments spent with friends and family, creating lifelong memories. These moments are part of a greater picture. These moments are just killing time.
Grab your gear and come on with us, heading out from dawn to dusk. Get 'em in your sights and let it fly. Amped up to close the deal and a pocket full of tags for filling. One thing I could say keeps me alive, just killing time.
I'm going to be in shape for turkeys this year, folks.
What are you doing? On my treadmill?
No. Pamela's treadmill, and I have permission.
What's Pam's mine too?
I'm getting my big butt in shape for turkey season.
Well, I can tell you what. If you want to get your big butt in shape,
And don't be hitting all them buttons.
You better
now.
speed up a little bit if you want to keep up
Listen,
with me.
I've seen you run the camera. You start punching buttons and stuff goes, man, boy.
Where are we going today? What
Me
we
and
gonna
Miss
do?
Stacy going to Kansas, folks. Do a little turkey hunting.
He might be able to keep up with her now.
Vic and Terry, Woodlands Guide Service. We had a lot of turkeys. Y'all watch this
Hey, you
footage,
gonna keep
folks.
up
I think
with
you'll
me?
need feel it through you.
You
But
better
you quit
incline,
pushing
too.
them buttons, folks. We're going turkey hunting.
Incline.
And if I'm still alive, I'll see you when we get done.
Hey,
Stop.
16. There we go.
Woo, fat man breathe.
Max and I are here in Manhattan, Kansas. This is day one of our hunt. Vic and Terry have put us on actually the Kansas River. They've gotten great footage of drone cameras. They've actually seen birds going and flying across in the evening to come over here and roost. So we're sitting out here this evening, got B-Mobile, swinging in and out. We're gonna see what happens.
Now, the place that Vic and Terry told us to go and set up on that river was absolutely beautiful. And after just a little bit of blind calling, we were able to get some company.
Here they come.
Although we could hear their boyfriend gobbling periodically across the river, darkness came before he ever made it across. So we decided to pack it up and get ready for the next morning's hunt. The next morning found us in a different spot. We got the pop-up blind set up, got the decoy set out, and settled in to watch God wake up the world.
It's day two. Max and I are in the blind. We're on a new spot here. We met Vic this morning at 4 o'clock, and we came out to this area. We had probably about a mile walk to get back to where we're at. We've got birds all around us, actually. So we're just going to hang in here. It's calling for a windy day, but let's see what happens.
Even though we heard a lot of birds, none of them were real close to our setup. After fly down, all went quiet. We just decided to sit there, do a little blind calling, and wait patiently to see what happened. A little while later, I looked over my shoulder, and guess what I saw?
Okay, I see.
Now, my biggest fear at this point was this old boy was going to walk right on behind the blind and never come up to the decoys where Miss Stacy could get a shot. So all I did is kept on purring soft and purty on old three toes.
Hey, man, what's wrong? You got a little sweat on you, do you?
I worked up a little sweat on that treadmill, brother.
Well, you didn't work up enough of a sweat, so get back on there if you want to keep up Stacy and myself. this
Man, I
spring.
told you I am in shape. Folks, round is a shape, and I'm in shape.
Get back on there.
What are you doing,
Look
Val?
what I got out while you was on the treadmill.
I see that.
Yeah. Seymour. This is a deadly
That's a
combination.
brand new Seymour slate. You know why it's brand new, folks? Because it's on buck's gun. Although he's had it on there for several years, it probably ain't ever lined up on turkey
yeah,
yet.
well, turkey's in sight now.
Yeah, well, hey, folks, stick around. We'll be back in just a moment and see if me and Miss Stacy can put the hammer down.
Put the Seymour on and
The
get
batteries probably died from old age and they're being used.
Our Anderson No Lube AR-15 is built with pride in the USA, right here in Hebron, Kentucky. Our 30,000 square foot facility has the latest in computerized manufacturing. Only Anderson rifles have RF85 that reduces friction 85%, never needs oiling, and cleans up with soap and water. Anderson quality control is second to none. The Anderson AR-15, the world's only no lube rifle.
This segment of Just Killin' Time is made possible by True Lock Choke Tubes.
Folks?
You know what that sound is, don't you, Maxwell?
Yes, I do, brother.
Dinner will be served.
That means dinner's got his track shoes
Hey.
on, heading for the next county.
Hey, another one bites the dust.
No.
Another one down.
Another one's making dust. Folks, let's
Hey,
get right
let's
into
get
the
into
action.
hunting.
Watch Miss Stacy. She go dust one.
Yeah, and then I'll hear this.
Yeah, but there'll be a turkey flopping.
That's what I hope.
This turkey's still back behind the blind. I'm pretty sure he sees the decoys. Now all Miss Stacy and I can do is sit and be patient. Do a little soft calling and hope that he'll decide to come around where we can get a crack at him.
He's still over there. Yeah.
And just when I thought all was lost, here's a testament to the Seymour sight. Even with the sun in her eyes, Miss Stacy's still able to make this shot.
That's just too awesome. I don't know why I'm more nervous now than I was when I pulled the trigger. Oh, that is my first bird west of the Mississippi. All three does did the job this morning. Max just purred and purred. That bird was spitting and drumming, just wanted to come in to be mobile in the setup. Wasn't sure, but you could just tell he just wanted a piece of it. Well, he got a piece when that gun opened up and that True Lock barked. I tell you, it was an awesome morning.
Now, one thing we love doing is keeping in touch with all our buddies and pals while we're in the field. We do that through Twitter, Facebook, and a multitude of other social networking sites.
Thanks for hanging in there with me with this hunt. This was just an awesome hunt. This is my first bird west of the Mississippi. I tell you, Vic this morning met us at 4 a.m., told us where to come in the dark. We couldn't believe it. We were set up, and this old boy decided he was hot to trot and wanted to come in. So this was just a great hunt. Thanks, Vic and Terry, for everything that you've done. You know, Max always says I'm a blessed man. I guess I can easily say I'm a blessed woman. God was with us this morning on this hunt, and this is the proof.
What you think about that, brother?
Hey, that was a beautiful bird. Congratulations, Stacy.
I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but that bird weighed almost 26 pounds.
You are pretty crazy. Let's get back. What happens next day? Let's go for
The
it.
next day's simple. We get back in the blind the next morning at a different spot, and we're in turkeys again, folks.
Now, Terry from Woodlands Guide Service had walked us into this spot, told us to put the blind up, set out a decoy or two, and just be patient and see what happened. Now, we never heard a bird gobble on the roost, but about a half hour after daylight, a whole gaggle of jakes and hens walked right past our setup.
That hen's still looking like, where's she at?
Now I figured if I could get these hens to come into the setup and get them talking to me, then maybe between the two of us making all that racket, we might attract one of her long-bearded boyfriends. As they head off, I do some more calling, and about the time I'm done, Stacy says, "I see a longbeard."
He's coming this way.
Now if you watch closely, as I zoom in with the camera, you'll see 2 or 3 longbeards hidden from the left side of your screen to the right, behind that patch of cedars.
There's another one back there coming too.
You worry about taking time to kill one. Hey.
What that?
I have to give you credit. You're getting better on that thing. Not only now do you look like a turkey, you're starting to sound like one too.
Hey, well, good. And I can give you a little credit because 3 toes, that's probably that's about the best call, pot call, glass call, whatever you want to call it, that I've used.
I'm not just saying it because I make it, brother. That's a turkey killing machine. Folks, stick around. We got turkeys in front of us. Let's see how it turns out when we come back.
We can do that one.
This Anderson rifle shot 5,000 rounds without a drop of oil.
We're gonna clean it Anderson style. I think she's clean.
Anderson rifles never need oiling and clean up with soap and water. The Anderson rifle, the world's only no-lube rifle.
Boy, it sounds pretty good. I give you credit.
There
You're getting better,
excites
man.
me, man. Don't be doing that in my ears.
Just don't miss this year, okay?
No.
When the turkey comes
Miss?
in,
You ain't seen me
miss.
miss.
Yeah, well,
You
hey,
keep talking about me missing, but you ain't seen it yet.
that's because you want to give me the tapes to show the footage.
Stacy, hey, let's go see if you can get one of these gobblers. He don't know what he's talking about.
I bet you Miss Stacy don't miss.
I'm sorry you got
Let's
that
roll
film
it,
in
folks,
blind.
and see what
I'm
happens.
just sorry you got that film blind all the time.
Would you keep working? Quit talking.
Oh, here comes the third one. Okay. What do you steps out from those trees, I will be. Honey, was that a Rio?
Yeah, baby, I think it was. Hey, give me some. Good job.
That's my first Rio.
I love you.
That's pretty cool. I tell you, I am so glad I got that True Lock. That choke is just amazing. I think I jelly-headed him.
This is a wonderful bird.
This is my first Rio.
Oh, and what a beautiful one, too.
It's more than wonderful. I mean, you said this morning when we asked where should we set up, you said, I think back here, and I guarantee you'll probably get into some birds.
Yeah.
Well, probably was the right word. I mean, that was just, they were quiet this morning. I don't know if the wind yesterday messed them up, but they came in, and I am just, this baby's going home to Virginia. You and Vic have such a great place down here.
Well, thank you.
You all do your homework. You do a lot of homework, obviously, because we have been on birds from day one.
Yes.
I mean, from the hens flying over the Kansas River. I mean, I never even pictured when Max said we're going to Kansas that I'm going to see hens flying across the river.
Right.
To yesterday morning, the view to a kill, so to speak, is what Max said. But it was just a great place. You all are so great.
Great. I'm happy you guys are enjoying yourself. I'm happy you're enjoying yourself.
Thank you.
We enjoy it when people can come from other states and get to see what we have here to offer in Kansas. And Flint Hills area is just beautiful.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe how rolling the hills are down here. You think of the wheat fields and everything else in Kansas, but down here is just beautiful.
There it is. There it is.
How you doing, man?
That's the fat man dance. Man, when I call in turkeys and they die, I like to do the fat man dance. All I can say is, Miss Stacy, I love you. Congratulations on your first Rio. Vic, Terry, Woodland Guide Service down there in Manhattan, Kansas. Thank y'all guys. It was an excellent time. We really enjoyed it.
Congratulations, Stacy. Hey, I just thought of another way you can get another workout besides that treadmill.
What?
You start dancing, man. You can do the chicken dance.
What's that?
Chicken dance. Hey, folks, stick around. We'll be right back in just a moment.
You got to be asking yourself, what am I looking at? What is this mess? One of the largest rifle distributors in the country pitted the Anderson rifle against one of the top leading brands in a shootout. The leading gun was prepped thoroughly, cleaned and lubricated to perfection. The Anderson rifle was cleaned but stripped of all lubrication. It was fired completely dry. This is only possible because the Anderson was treated with RF85, the permanent treatment that reduces friction 85%. The rifles were fired as fast as humanly possible. In less than an hour, the leading brand rifle failed at 900 rounds. An hour went by. Then 2. Then 3. The Anderson kept firing. After 4 hours, the red-hot gun cooked rounds off. No trigger was needed. Finally, the grip caught on fire. After 4,238 rounds and still firing, with the gun on fire, they called it quits. They couldn't get the Anderson to fail. This is that rifle. Look at these close-ups. This Anderson rifle shows absolutely no wear. Can your rifle do this? It can if it's an Anderson. RF85 makes it run with 85% less friction, 23% faster action, never needs oiling, and cleans up with soap and water. The Anderson rifle, the world's only no-lube rifle.
Folks, welcome back to the show. Hey, Max, wasn't y'all in Council Grove, Kansas?
Yep, we were.
Hey, man, ain't that where the Santa Fe Trail came through?
Hey, I can't believe you actually paid attention in school. You're right, it
I
does.
went to a good high school.
It's a real historical area, and the cool thing is, you know, just like you, the thing I love to do almost as much as hunt is eat good food. We stopped in a little place called the Hayes House, folks. It was built by the great-grandson of Daniel Boone. Not only is the food great, but the gentleman that manages the place, Dan, was gracious enough to take us on a tour. It's a very historical site. Y'all watch this, and I think you'll understand what I'm talking about.
We're going to the Hayes House here in Council Grove, Kansas. We're gonna have some lunch here. This is the oldest continuous restaurant west of the Mississippi that's still operating. It was founded in 1857 by Daniel Boone's great-grandson, who was the first settler here before people started out on the Santa Fe Trail. So let's go have some lunch.
After we got our bellies full, me and Miss Stacy were delighted when the manager of the Hayes House offered to give us a little tour.
Hi, I'm Dan.
Hi, Dan. I'm Stacy.
Hayes House. Nice to meet you.
This is an awesome restaurant.
Thanks.
It's very awesome.
Yeah.
So what's some of the
around?
Yeah, what's some of the history here?
Well, this is this original structure was built in 1857 by a guy named Seth Hayes, who was the great grandson of Daniel Boone.
Wow.
He actually moved here a decade earlier and built a log store where he traded with the Mexicans and the Indians on the Santa Fe Trail, which is now Main Street.
Wow.
This treaty was one signed in 1825 between the government officials and then the Osage Indians who had this territory then. This was their. So in exchange for $800 in 1825, at this council held in a grove of trees, Council Grove received its
Council
name,
Grove.
Council Grove. And this guaranteed the government officials that this main freight trail, it was mainly a freight trail, could stay open and they could ship freight down the Santa Fe Trail without any interference.
Restaurant.
Now we have a local connection with General George Armstrong Custer.
Uh-oh.
And it's this photograph are the Indian chiefs that defeated him at the Battle of Little Bighorn. Mm-hmm. Minus Crazy Horse, of course, never allowed his picture to be taken because he felt it would steal his soul.
Right.
But these General Custer worked between here and Fort Riley, which is just up the Army base that's just about 50 miles up to our north. He would actually, and his regiment would actually camp here. And Custer loved Council Grove so much that he actually purchased 120 acres of ground here and planned to retire here after his military service. Well, that concludes my 25-cent grand tour today,
Well,
Stacey.
thanks,
I hope you
Dan.
enjoyed yourselves. And
It was very informative.
yeah, we'll tell all our friends back in Virginia and all turkey hunters everywhere to come visit us.
Oh, well, we
some of
sure
these days.
will, because the food was great.
Well, thank you for saying so.
Very good.
Well, Max, it looks like that's all the time we have again for today's show, man. I don't know where 30 minutes ago.
I told you, man. Like I told you last week, you talk too much.
But the folks at home probably would disagree with that, but we'll leave it alone.
Yeah, we will. Hey, folks, before we go, I want to take a minute to thank a special thanks to Vic and Terry Woodlands Guide Service in Manhattan, Kansas. They help make this possible. Guys, thank y'all so much. If you ever get the chance, folks, and you want to experience some great turkey hunting or some awesome whitetail hunting, they got the setup. You need to go check those guys out. I want to take a minute, Buck, because we don't do as enough as we should, and thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving us the passion and the ability to do what we do. Thank you, folks, for watching. We hope you enjoy what we're doing. If you get a chance, check out our website, send us an email. We love to hear from y'all. Until next week, we'll see you on the mountain.